Hi guys, Vince from Back by Bees. We're taking a little bit of time here each week to answer some of the big questions we're getting up at the farm stand. And last week Megan answered some questions about our sweet corn. This week it's all about mead. Not meat, but mead, M-E-A-D. So we're going to take a few minutes here to answer some of the top questions that I get up there and hopefully give you a little bit of an overview of what mead is this week. So the number one question I get is, what is mead? Some people are like, is it a beer? Is it a cider? Is it a wine? No, it's its own category of alcoholic beverage. So, and perhaps, arguably, probably the world's oldest alcoholic beverage. And all that it is a bit of honey fermented and mixed with water. And I ferment it out, in our case, in what we do, about 4.8%. So it's a very light carbonated drink and very ancient. So it really doesn't have anything else in it. I don't do anything else to it. It's just a very natural and raw product. It is a cross, I would say, when you're drinking it between maybe a cider, maybe a beer, but it really has nothing in common with those two drinks. In Ontario, it's classified as a wine, but again, there's no grape product in it. It is just its own very unique alcoholic beverage. Like I said, probably the world's oldest alcohol beverage. It was, there's no single source in the world for it, unlike a beer where you've got a Pilsner, or a wine where you've got a grape growing region. Mead is just mead. So that's the first question that I get. The second question I often get about mead is it sweet? And the answer to that one is, it depends. So it can either be super dry or it can be super sweet. And any range in between. It can be still or it can be carbonated. It can be between 3% alcohol and 20% alcohol. So like I kind of said before, there is no overarching kind of classification for it like a beer or a wine or a cider. There are different categories and we can get into those down the road, but the beverage is really very multifaceted. So the stuff that we make tends not to be sweet. It only has about, depending on which version we're making, between 7 to 15 grams per liter of sugar. That's on the lower end scale of wines and ciders in the province here in Ontario. So is it sweet? Well, it can be if you have usually a very high alcohol mead, and that's what most people are familiar with. But in our case, we don't. So ours is very dry. In fact, our base is a very bone dry mead. There's absolutely very little sugar in it to start with. So no, for Backed by Bees, it's not sweet. Not saying we won't make one in the future, but our product right now isn't. And finally, the last question I tend to get is, well, I've got this great product here. It's a mead. It's in a bottle. How should I drink this? That's up to you. So I've had people drink it warm, cold, out of the bottle, in a glass, in a wine glass, in a beer tumbler, or any way in between. And really, because the product, there is no category for it, it's kind of wide open, it's however you enjoy it best. So in my case, in the product that we make, this light sessionable meads, 4.8%, we tend to either chill them down to, cellar temperature. You can go a little bit lower than that. You can put it on ice or not. How it's going to change is if you drink it very warm, you're going to taste more honey. If you drink it very cold, you're going to taste less honey. So it depends on how much you want the honey character to come through, is to what temperature you drink it at. What vessel or glass you decide to put it in, again, that's up to you. How much of the aroma do you want? You want to go for something wider. If you don't care about that, just drink it straight out of the bottle. So those are the top 3 questions we've had over the last little while. We'll be answering more over the next coming series. So, thanks for watching and thanks for supporting us.